So we have black tourmaline in the corner there, and we have it upstairs in the windows that face this direction towards that hill, and the hills that are facing that direction. And mostly that's just because that's where, you know, the native land was. So that's where the energy is coming from, and it just sort of blocks it before it enters, you know, the sleeping space.
Correct. Yeah.
So,
And I can tell you right here too, as I'm doing this, I came over here and there's like 3 or 4 faces. I don't know if there's anything over here on the fence you could pick up, but they're like making like, you're protected on this side. They're not. They're not so much clear on their energy at all. So there's, you know, everybody in the community has those guys that just run around and knock on your doorbell and do that. In the spirit world, they do the same thing. There's a 2 or 3, 1 girl and 2 young boys. They're about, you know, 8 to 11 years old, just coming through, and definitely Native American. Definitely must have passed when they were young, but they're over here like spooking these people out, and they're coming over here on the fence here. And they're not allowed to come here, and I'm just reminding them, there goes a crow.
Yeah.
I'm reminding them that they can't come here, they're not allowed. And I've told Jen as we walk through, she's going to empower her house with her words. So she's talking to herself about how she's going to reclaim the house, and they have to come to her. They can't mess with she or her children. They must come to her first. And so these kids are now afraid. And this is good because they're standing up straight and not touching the fence. Before they were trying to put their faces to the fence, but now they're just backed up. So they now know. So you did a great job with the tourmaline, and I feel like it's moving over this way, and this whole house is protected. But you do have up top, I don't know if you want to check on the roof, if you can see anything, but you have like, there's people sitting on the roof just squatting to watch. It's your daughter. It's your daughter's energy.
They all love her.
I would expect in 3 days. Usually the transition will happen within 3 days.
Okay.
So immediately it'll come from her, but your acceptance and assimilation of it into your head happens within about 3 days. Okay. So these guys are really ready to talk to Jen. So I'll be interested to see in the next week or so what kind of dreams and messages you get from this.
I'm ready.
Because this is a very peaceful request. This isn't like some of the other places I have gone to. So this is a very peaceful request, and just a rebalance and respect of their property, because there are dead souls under here, and they're respecting her, Jen, and her family, because this is now they're living and this is their space. But so there's just going to be like a Zen syncing of the two of them sharing and respecting each other. Especially, they're really excited because of your gifts and your daughter's gifts. So
I'm here to help however I can.
She won't talk about her husband's gifts. That might scare him.